Let me just give you some tips for doing this lab at home. And you might be doing that because, I don't know, maybe there's a pandemic going on, I just don't know. Okay, so basically for this lab, you're going to run, or you could just walk, if you want to take it easy. You're going to walk up a set of stairs. Okay, and ultimately what we got to figure out for these stairs is what is that total change in height? If you added up all the steps, what is that change in height? And probably the easiest way to do this is if you have a set of stairs in your house that goes from one floor to the other, it would need to be like that high, right? What you can do is you can measure this height right here, okay, of each one of these stairs. And you can either do it in inches, right? Well, probably you'd measure that in inches because it wouldn't be a foot, right? Okay. And we know that 1 inch, this is assuming, by the way, you don't have a metric ruler. If you have a metric ruler, you're set. Okay. What you want to do is measure it in centimeters. Okay. And then divide by 100 to get meters. Okay. Now, if you have inches, what you're going to do is you're going to take the number of inches that you figure out. Okay. And you're going to multiply by 2.54. And that'll give you centimeters. And then you're going to divide by 100. Right? Or you could multiply by 0.0254 if you want to. Okay. Now, how do you figure out this height? Well, IQ on the line. Figure out, count how many steps there are here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. There might be 10 stairs, right? Figure out the height of each step, and then it's just going to be the height of 1 times the number of steps. Okay, the height of 1. I'll call it the height of 1. Okay. You can figure that out. I know you guys are smart, okay? So figure out that height. If it's in inches, multiply by 2.54, divide by 100, that'll get you meters, okay? If you can do it in centimeters, you're good. Just divide by 100, that'll give you meters. Now, that's how you figure out this, okay? How do you figure out the uncertainty of that? Well, in this case, just make it up. We'll just make something up. Probably if you're measuring the flight of stairs between the bottom of the house from the first floor to the second floor or something equivalent, and you do it this way, you're probably going to have a healthy uncertainty. So let's say that we are plus or minus 0.2 or so, okay? And 0.2, that's like 8 inches. It's approximately 8 inches, okay? So, that's probably what our uncertainty is, okay? So that's how you're going to do your change in height for your stairs. The next video, of course, shows you how to do all the calculations for the rest of this, right? For your mass, just take what your weight is in pounds. Okay, so if you have a scale, that's great. Find your weight in pounds and divide by 2.2, and that'll give you kilograms. Okay, and then what's our uncertainty? I don't know. Probably most scales that you have would have a healthy uncertainty, at least a half a kilo. If you want to be conservative, you could say that it's plus or minus a whole kilo. That's easy. It's actually easy to do 1 kilogram, right? So if you want to choose that, that's good, right? So this is going to be your weight in pounds divided by 2.2, right? And then for this guy, I don't know, probably plus or minus a whole kilogram. Let's go with that, right? And then for times, basically what you want to do is you want to just time how long it takes you to go up the stairs. You'll probably have to do this yourself unless you're using stairs indoors and somebody else can time you as you go up the stairs. But just, what we used to do in classes, we'd say on your mark, get set, go, right? And people would run. And as soon as they cleared that last step, we'd stop the timer. You can, of course, do this yourself. Use the stopwatch on your cell phone and just time yourself and put your times in here. Try to, if you're walking up the stairs, try to walk up the stairs at the same rate. If you're running up the stairs, try to run up the stairs at the same rate. And that way this uncertainty here will reflect a true uncertainty. It won't be that you just walked up the stairs in a different way. The next video shows you how to figure out this uncertainty, but basically it's going to be the highest time minus the lowest time divided by 2, and the best guess will be an average of that, okay? So this will be an average of your times, time 1, time 2, time 3, time 4, okay? And then this will be the highest minus the lowest. And I do this with actual numbers. in the next video. Okay, so again, change in height, just measure one stair. If it's in inches, convert it to ultimately to meters, right? If it's centimeters, just turn that into meters. We need this height of the stairs in meters, and then your mass needs to be kilograms. That's just pounds divided by 2.2. If you don't have a scale, just make up something. Maybe your uncertainty here is going to be bigger than a kilogram, right? If you don't have a scale, just guess what you think you weigh. Do you weigh 120 pounds? Do you weigh 150, 180? I just don't know. Okay. And if you have no idea, then make sure your uncertainty here reflects what that is. Okay. I think I'm just going to stop talking here.